Hello everyone, Glazy here, and I am standing outside of the TCG Arena. And today I'm doing a little demo video to show you exactly how the TCG cards work and how the game is played. So let's go inside. Inside the arena, you will find 4 gyms. There's 2 on either side. We have red, purple, blue, and orange. Now you may be asking yourself, how do I get the cards? Well, we have a conveniently placed shop here at the spawn district, and inside you'll find a couple vending machines. So let's go inside. You will see 3 spots. We have a green spot, an orange spot, and a purple spot. So the green spot is for promo cards. Right now we have 1 promo card running. That's just kind of a freebie that you can take one of. Just something fun to have. We have all of our packs, which is where you're going to find all of your rares and uncommon cards. And then we have starter decks. The packs are going to cost 1 diamond per pack. You put 1 diamond in at a time, and we'll try it out and see what happens here. So I'll put 1 diamond in. And it drops a card pack. So in the card pack, let's see what we got here. All right. So we got the item card, we got a trap card, another trap card, location card, another trap card, companion, location. What are the chances that I pull my own card? That is crazy. And, ooh, another player card. We got Casey. So this is how you're going to be able to get all the rares and uncommon cards. However, we do have starter decks. So the starter decks here are 1 diamond block, specifically a diamond block. If you put 9 diamonds in here, it won't work. So you need a diamond block. And the 3 starter decks are going to be made up of nature types, fire types, and water types. So they all have different qualities to them. Water types are going to be a lot more based on kind of pounding your opponent into submission. Fire types are going to be very aggressive, very quick attack, and nature types are going to be more about healing and using buffs. And they will be randomly dispensed right here when you put a diamond block in. We're going to be going one of the arenas and show you exactly how to use it. There's a lot of things on the board here. We have a slot for your player card. We have a slot for your item card, a companion card. So the companion and the item cards will be used to buff your main player in some type of way. It might be related to health or attack or both. It might increase your dice rolls, which we'll get to a little bit later, or some other type of thing that you could use. Back here we have 2 squares. The left one is going to be your location card, and location cards will buff all players of a certain type. So if you're building decks, keep that in mind, because if you get, for instance, an Ocean Monument, the Ocean Monument card will actually buff all water types. So you might want to have all water types in play when you're playing that. This is the magenta square is going to be for your trap cards. Some trap cards are one-time use. Some trap cards, they last a while, so this is to put the ones that last a while and to place down ones when you're using it during your one-time use. The 5 stone blocks right here are going to be for your energy cards, and they'll be used to use attacks and effects from your player card. The signs next to each player slot, that is to keep track of any kind of stats. So for instance, like let's say that we bring somebody in that's got 50 HP. So you can put 50 HP down. Great. Now you know you have 50. Uh-oh. You just took 10 damage. Well, then you'd go in and you'd mark 40 and keep track that way. Right here we have kind of the center module here. The center module is going to be used to keep track of your player health. So each player is going to start with 100 health, and that'll deteriorate over time depending on certain situations. So when you're attacked, if you don't have any player cards on the field, you take that in direct damage. If your player card has, let's say that you have 10 HP left on your player card, and your opponent is attacking for 20, well then your player card would go to the graveyard, and you would take the 10 remaining off of your life points. This back here is going to be your hand. So when you draw cards, you will put them in here. And the reason why we have this box here is because some cards allow you to see your opponent's hand. So in order to be able to see them, we need to have them somewhere, so they will go in these back chests. The black box is going to be for your graveyard. You put any discarded cards right here. Now this is an interesting contraption. This right here is a card shuffler, but it's not just a regular one. It's got a couple little secrets to it. So let's say you're using the Fire Starter deck. We're going to put the Fire Starter deck down on top of this right here. And see how it's off. Off means that it's shuffling and loading. So if we go down here, you can see some movement going on. That movement means that it is shuffling. And once this stops, we know that it's good to start the game. Alright, so it is stopped. Now if you look up here, this should have a card in it, and there should be other cards kind of along the way. Yep, right there, perfect. So we know that the shuffler has worked. So if we move over this way, we go back up top, all you have to do, oh yeah, and these levers are here so that, let's say that you want to put your deck down, but you want to make some modifications. You can lock these hoppers by pushing these in so that if you put something in there, it won't go out. Alright. You're ready to start the game. But how do you draw cards? Well, this is where something really magical happens. The trap chest is a very sparsely used type of item in Minecraft, but has one great purpose. It allows you to send a redstone signal while opening the chest. So if you open this up, boom, there's your first card. But we're going to start with 7 cards, so we need to draw 7 into that chest. So we'll open it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So then you would put those into your hotbar. Move some stuff around. We'll put those in our hotbar. And then those will go directly into our hand. So we got a dispenser. Unfortunately, we didn't get any player cards on this one. So we won't be able to play a player card. But that's okay, because when you bring in a player card into the field, you can't attack on the same turn that you summon them. So even if your opponent has a player card on their side of the field, they can't attack the first turn that they bring them into the game. So we got our hand here. Well, we got a player card. What do we do? If it was your turn, you'd put that card. Now, this is an uncommon card. So uncommons and commons, you don't have to do any kind of sacrificing for. If the card has an R after the name, that means it's a rare, and you will have to sacrifice one other player card in order to bring that into the game. But this one's an uncommon, so we're going to put it right here in the player spot. Now, we have Lobbin, HP 40. So, we'll put 40 here. What else can we play? Well, we got a lot of draw power here. So I can play a dispenser. And that will allow me to draw 2 more cards. So then I would go here. and I would draw 2 more. That was already in there. So we'll draw 2 more cards and add it to our hand. We have Iron Farm, so if we wanted to grab another item card, we could actually do that. We'd play the trap card down, and that would allow us to search the inventory for an item card and place it in our hand, and then reshuffle. Here we have a location card, Ruined Portal, which is perfect because our boy here is a fire type. So this will actually buff all fire types. Here, we're going to get rid of 1 just so I can see. There we go. So we got the Ruined Portal. Fire types gain +5 HP and +5 attack. Well, Lobin's Pork Chop attack is going to be 10, so that would become 15. And he would have he'd have 45 health. And if you choose to do this, you can add like the damage of your attacks underneath. All right. What else do we have? So we have a second player card, so we can play that right there. And we have an energy card. So we'll put the energy card here. So this is how the energy cards work. I can't attack with this player on the turn that I summon them in. However, next turn, let's pretend it's next turn here, I could attack with them. So what I'll do is I will put this card over here and pretend like it's the opponent. So they have 40 HP. Well, it's time to attack. We got fire energy. Now you can only use as much energy as you have for the card. So Sunflower Ray, the attack right here, only takes 1 fire energy. But now if you have a card that requires 3 fire energy, you would have to have 3 in order to use that attack. So on this card you can see underneath in their effect they have Scorch. It requires 4 fire, but you get to destroy one of your opponent's energy cards. So let's attack. Sunflower Ray does 10 damage. However, we have the location buff, which gives us 5 extra damage, meaning that we would be able to do 15 damage, which would then bring this card down to 25. There are some cards that require some rolls. It'll say D9. Now, there's no such thing as a 9-sided dice in real life. I'm sure that you could make one, but it's not a very common one. So how do we do dice rolls in this game? Well, we have the center nodule here, and in the middle you can see this dropper. This dropper has 9 items in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now droppers, they drop randomly, so we'll see which one we get here. I got a 6. This is your graveyard, so any cards that you have that are discarded, you would put here. So, you know how to play the game. All you have to do now is strategize and figure out ways to take down your opponents. And once you're done with the game, you'd go back to the shuffler here, and all you have to do is press it on to purge. So that's to purge your deck out of the system. We can see that we have 3 cards in here. We should end up with 50 total, including the ones in our graveyard and the ones in our hand. You hit the purge button, and you just wait a little bit. And we can see it's starting to fill all of our cards back into that chest. And that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, there's one more thing. If you're of the musical type and you like some battle music, we did provide some music disc players so that you can listen to all of your favorite tunes while playing. Another thing that's worth mentioning, we'll have different tournaments. We'll have different tournaments, and the tournament winners will be placed on the Wall of Fame. So this is where some names will go when we are when we decide who wins the tournaments, and we'll have different brackets as well. So if you are a more inexperienced player, um, do not worry. We'll have different brackets depending on skill level. So no need to worry about playing somebody who's been playing trading card games for a long time. We'll figure out a way that we can put you with other players who maybe aren't as experienced. Another cool added feature that we have here at the TCG Battle Arena is a practice field. If you just want to kind of have a little get together with one of your friends, we do have a practice arena out back here. It's the same exact layout as the arenas inside. However, we have the L shape here for your player items and companions instead of in a straight line. Same rules apply when it comes to this. And if you have any questions whatsoever, if you're struggling and you don't really know what's going on, you can either message me, Glazy, or Apple Caesar on Discord, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you have about the card shufflers, play, where you can get different cards, and whatnot. I hope you all have fun dueling, and I look forward to seeing you on the battlefield.